What's up, YouTubers? List with Mike G here, back with another video. And today we're going to talk about how do you invest in real estate as a beginner? Where do you start? What do you do? How much money do you need? I'm going to get to all that stuff and a lot more. So guys, with that said, please be sure to smash that subscribe button for me and hit the like button if you don't mind. So let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to have to do before you ever invest in real estate is you're going to have to save a down payment. So most people who invest in real estate that have money have acquired that money from other means, meaning like a job, a W-2, or maybe a business that you have that brings in some income and you saved up that income and now you're ready to invest in real estate. So guys, the next step you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get with your lender and get them all your information. You wanna do this for a few reasons. Mostly, you wanna do it so that way you know what you qualify for, so you don't waste your time going out looking at properties that aren't in your price range. Secondly, you want to do this and have all your ducks in a row financially with your lender, so that way when you do find a property that does match your criteria and it's something that you want to move on quickly, you'll be able to do so. The odds are, if there's a property that's a great deal that you really want, there's going to be other competing offers going for it too, and you're going to want to make sure you have all your stuff lined up with your lender to have your best chance of getting that deal. After that, guys, comes the fun part. You get to start looking at properties, and trust me, this is really the fun part. You're going to enjoy it. Maybe your agent won't, but you'll enjoy it. And I suggest you look at all the properties that are in your price range. This will help give you a good idea of what is out there as far as inventory and where you might want to invest. And that leads me into my next part, guys, which is understanding your numbers. If you're buying an investment property for the first time, you're going to want to make sure that you understand the numbers and know if your property cash flows or not. Because if for an investment property, cash flow is everything. And guys, 95% of the properties out there do not cash flow. So you have to run your numbers on every single property to make sure that it works. And on that note, be sure to check out my other video on how to analyze a deal. So guys, the next step is you want to make offers on properties. Don't forget, expect that every offer is not going to work out. For example, I make offers on a lot of properties and they don't get accepted because I stick to my buying criteria. And if my numbers for that property are lower than what the seller will want to sell the property at, then my offer gets rejected. And that's just the nature of the game. It's a numbers. All right, so you've made an offer and got a property under contract. Now what? Next step is you have to do your inspections. And guys, you want to make sure to do the inspections with a licensed inspector, and they're going to check for things like the roof, plumbing, electrical, foundational, leaks, things of that nature. So assuming everything checks out and you end up getting the property, then what you're going to do is you're going to bring in a contractor and get multiple bids from different contractors to find out the scope of work and how much each item is going to cost to replace and fix. And the ability to buy a distressed property and force its appreciation through good renovation will be your best shot at increasing the cash flow and building long-term equity, guys. Last step of buying real estate as a new investor is you have to be aware of the closing costs and fees. So in every real estate transaction, there is additional monies that you must bring to the closing table in order to close out the transaction. Now, what I'm going to do is in another video, I'm going to go into those fees in a lot more detail. But for the purpose of this video, just know that in addition to your escrow and down payment, you have to bring other monies to the table to close that transaction out. So guys, that is how you buy a piece of real estate as a newbie investor. So I hope you found this video to have some good stuff for you to invest. So do me a favor and hit that like button for me. Again, thanks for tuning in. This is Mike G.